rise and shine on a cloudy day. It's the Las Vegas Strip down there. Seeing the best, beautiful views on a cloudy day. Clouds are threatening to rain, and life continues all the same. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with Moses Marquis, saying every morning I get up and I'm blessed to live my life, and so are you. I remind people that we talk about the tough subjects here at Saints Addiction. It's not easy to be uh, shiny when it's cloudy, right? And that's what we talk about over here at Saints Addiction, is shining the light into the darkness and the tough subjects and getting deep inside of ourselves to make ourselves better and be a better human. That's what we want to do at Saints Brand. We want to all be better humans. Let's get in it, shall we? Even now, I habitually lit my blunt. There's so many fine little habits and decisions that we make that add up to our total day, right? If you find yourself getting right back in front of the TV, if you find yourself getting right back in front of a video game, or just the same habit doing it over and over again, you can tell by my cigarette buds or my blunt buds that blunt ends. Anyway, so those added up as my behavior and time passed by. I had to literally look inside myself and where am I spending my time and where does all the time go? And I think a lot of us will be shocked to see that it goes towards our comfort. We literally do things that make us feel at ease immediately, literally, just like I was lighting this blunt. And yes, it's part of my show, but it's also part of my habits, right? We can convey the situations to each other, but reason and rational why we do things. Oh man, that coffee in the morning makes me feel so good. So now we're on our feelings, right? We talked about it yesterday when we pop up the video, but that's what we do. We're getting things that we feel, right? Like we feel like someone doesn't like us. It's not that they actually don't like us, it's that it's a feeling. And we'll make multiple decisions off that feeling, like not talk to that person or avoid them or confront them. All those are choices, but that's the choices that we're making mentally. And inside of our mental, the decisions add up so easily, right? They're small decisions, but it could go for the same thing as just like, ooh, I need to go get my coffee fix. Now your coffee fix requires you getting on your clothes, getting in your car, going to Starbucks, and now you're habitually giving your money over to Starbucks. We wonder where our money goes, but you can look at yourself. I know when I do my taxes, it was like Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell. I'm like, this is an addiction. This is a fast food addiction. It's embarrassing, especially in front of my tax lady, and it's not healthy for me. Those three things made me have to outvote it. And so far, I've lost 20 pounds and kept it off. But, I have to ask myself, is that's what's happening? That I feel like after a long day of work and or something needs to be accomplished, I feel like celebrating. And part of my reward culture or system that I have in place was that I get to celebrate. And most of my celebrations were based around food and sugar. Now, I don't know if you know what your celebration technique is. Usually it's probably drinking, right? And this is a very popular way to go, whoa, I made a bunch of fucking money. Let me get inebriated. That's how we celebrate. Woo, it's New Year's. Let's get inebriated. It's like, I want to be blitzed out of my fucking mind. And I was like, man, I just worked my ass off to get there, losing weight, saving money, finding that job, whatever success story that we have inside of our lives, right? We all have that thing where we want to celebrate. That's going to define your habits, and also when we're uncomfortable too. So it's like, yeah, let's celebrate, let's get inebriated. I'm uncomfortable, let's get inebriated, and then that becomes your habit, right? That's the thing that really ticks, that makes us who we are. To change our outcome, we have to change our behaviors, and it's not easy. I'm still going through my own tragedy, trauma. Not much of a motivator. I'm not screaming, I love my life at the top of my lungs. I'm actually still going through mourning. But as I process my own mourning, I'm making a choice of what feelings I'm choosing for that day, right? Like I'm choosing to feel a certain type of way. You are too. And you're also choosing your habits. And that's the thing that adds up to who we are. And we're like, why is this my habit? It costs me money. It is Satan's addiction, right? Like I love smoking a blunt in the morning. It's almost like my morning coffee. Some people like coffee and cannabis, and this is to just get my head right, right? I want to get in it, feel mellow, but then I'm like hungry in the morning, and then I create my own habitual cycle. Now I'm started, like, if you start the day with a cigarette, you're probably going to end the day with a cigarette. If you start the day with some sugar, you're probably going to end the day with your sugar. If you're going to start with weed, I'm probably going to end with weed. And that's our pattern. Most of us have patterns. They wouldn't make so much money at Starbucks if it wasn't such a coffee empire and there wasn't such an addiction. And that's when I look around and say, where's all your money going? Where's all your time going? We literally spend most of the day 9 to 5 just to cover our bills. And then when the 9 to 5 has changed, guess what? We're trying to cover our habits. And that's a conversation we have to have this morning is if we keep going back to it, then we're back in the circulation. That's something that I've been breaking up things to do. It's like if I want to get back in bed, now I want to go for a walk. If I want to go for a smoke, now I need to go for a juice. And I've been actively switching things that my normal routine and time gets taken by because I've made it my habit. I've made it and decided that, this is the way that I want to live. And a lot of people say that they want to live differently, but they're not willing to risk or change anything. And I'm like, bro, it's not going to work. That's not very sustainable. You're going to have to come up with something inside yourself and go, okay, with this time that I'm putting towards masturbation, with this time that I'm putting towards video games or Netflix, what could I be doing differently? What I've been working on is Photoshop. It's a lot of fun. I get to be artistic. I've been working on a lot of different designs. Could have leaked a few. I just leaked the one on the photo this time. It's the See No Evil, or I mean the last nug. But I've been using my time wisely. You know, I've got certain mental health days. I got certain physical days. I got certain convention days, work days. But what I did there, and that thing's done, and I've done out of a cycle of a habit. This is the key right here. Is now I get to choose a new situation, a new habit, a new outcome because I literally made a decision. I go, okay, I'm here. My comfort tells me I want to play a video game for a couple hours on my computer, but I could be designing for a couple hours on my computer, and that's a decision. I wake up and I'm not on my phone. I'm on the meditation tip. I'm just sitting there inside my thoughts. What do I want from my life? What do I want from my body? What do I want from my soul? And manifest that. Our brains are so powerful, dude. And then we tend to what we think we become, and that's what I kept talking about. Is that we think that we deserve a reward. Then we're gonna be on that cycle of reward, work, reward, work. What I've been on is I forgave some of these reward sensations for a little bit because it sucks to not have a reward after hard work. Just transferred that energy into something useful. I said, okay, now that work is done, I'd really like to design. You know what I mean? I don't want to just, yes, time for some sugar and rest. That's the ultimate complacent and killer is us getting back into the routine and saying, all right, I did enough. I don't feel like we always do enough. We need goals. And if we really want change, we're going to have to change patterns. And that's a hard thing to do. It's harder than just changing behavior. Because our behavior is our patterns. But, behavior is a motherfucker. That's how you were raised and the circumstances that you think fits you. You said, this will work for me. As long as I have X, Y, and Z, this is my pattern. And I'm of the belief that we can hiccup the pattern. We can make it do something different. You don't have to sit there. You don't have to watch my show. Shit, you could change the channel to the show. You can also change the channel to your life. You can change your destination, your location, your weight, your thoughts. All these things get you to become a better human. And that's what we do around here at Saints Addiction. We want people to be able to vibrate higher so that way they're not so angry, check, depressed, check, and wanting something new. I could look out all this view and see this balcony transform. Many times I've looked out and made something new. Now we're working on the Summer Weave Festival. It's something that's pulling out every stop in me. It's not easy to be able to make something out of nothing, but I'd rather make something and sit there in nothing. And that's my choice. So I'm sitting here going like, if nothing changes, nothing changes. I want to be the change that I want to see in the world. I want to be the change that I want to see in my own life. And the way I had to do that was conquering my habits, conquering my behavior, and conquering my thoughts. And on that note, peace of love. And as always, Chigata. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Give this to the person that needs to get off the couch. Give it to the person that needs to hear the words. That's how we come together. That's how we heal each other. Ciao.